Number 2, Iowa State and Illinois together on day number 2. On the consolation side, the winner gets San Diego State. Later on tonight, Duke will take on Auburn, Gonzaga, and Arizona. Thanks for joining us once again. The Hall of Famer, Bill Walsh.
Wow, Maui, it doesn't get, what was it again?
Yeah,
it doesn't get any better than that. Because we are here, and we are part of something that is so special and bigger than just any individual, because this is Maui Gym. This is the island of Maui. This is the Maui Gym basketball tournament, and we have witnessed brilliance. And as we go into this second game of the day and our fourth game in 12 hours, we have the opportunity to watch some of the great players of not only today, but of the future as well. Because Mariel Shayok yesterday was so good. His ability to just break down a defense that was so stifling for so long. But there was nothing they could do against this guy, who had a career-high 14 rebounds to go with all these spectacular offensive forays. Throw-down dunks, step-back threes, coast-to-coast. Absolutely spectacular play by Mariel Shayok. They're going to need a lot more for these Cyclones to recover from that just epic collapse in last night's game.
Meet time for Illinois. Trent Frazier, only 2 points in the first half. Second half, different story.
Trent Frazier coming back from a concussion. He missed about a week of action. Couldn't play at all. First half looked like he had another one. But then in the second half, oh my gosh. He was just tremendous in the second half, putting on the entire repertoire. Step-back threes, getting fouled, runners in the lane, half-court shots. 27 points in the second half in one of the greatest moments in the history of the Maui Gym. And I can always say for the rest of my life that I was here when I saw this little young guy, a 6'1" sophomore from Florida. Oh my gosh, what a performance, what a game. And we are underway. And yes, Weiler-Babb still has not figured out the matching up the shoe colors here.
Well, if he thinks like everyone else, he's not thinking at all. Weiler-Babb, the kick out to the freshman Tyrese Halliburton. Young starting 5 in a couple of spots. Transfer Jacobson from Nebraska had a big day yesterday. This three starts the scoring for Horton-Tucker. Talen Horton-Tucker, the freshman.
That's Larry Bird right there. Come out, make your first three, and just say, there's nothing you can do about what I've got. This Iowa State played with such passion, such heart, such purpose and discipline last night for the first 32 minutes.
And Shaughnessville got right into Weiler-Babb there.
Good.
Like a scrappy early start. Frazier, one to shoot. The rare time when he's not been willing to shoot right away.
So you get Iowa State with an opening three and then a shot clock violation by Illinois on the other end. It is incredible how they turn this place over. I mean, this is like an airplane turnover coming into a gate in O'Hare Airport. Steve Prohm, as in Rome. 4th year here now for the Cyclones. And what a terrific young coach here. We've got some special ones, but this guy has really caught my eye. Steve Prohm, as has Travis Steele.
4th year for Steve Prohm, taking over for the mayor, Fred Hoiberg.
Did you ever meet Fred Hoiberg?
I have, yeah. Good man.
Love Fred Hoiberg. What a player. What a human. What a competitor. Offensive foul. Georgie B inside. You called him out on the first play for checking somebody. Now he dates the wrestling school, please.
That's true.
Dan Gable, one of my heroes.
Tremendous program. Tip no good. Rebound for Illinois and Dosunmu. There's Frazier.
Ayo Dosunmu.
One of the top freshmen in the Big Ten, Ayo Dosunmu. From Morgan Park High in Chicago, and we've got a whistle against Iowa State.
This game had is Brad Underwood.
That's how they got back in the game. In part yesterday, they created 14 first half turnovers.
Yeah, but they couldn't finish.
Dosunmu for 3.
I'm much happier with winning Yeah.
That words to live by. The first 2 threes, by the way, from former AAU teammates Horton-Tucker and Dosunmu. Take away for Illinois.
Whoa.
Right back by Shayok.
Just like you drew it up. Shayok's hurt. He hurt his groin there. This is tough. Take a foul and stop the game. If you're any one of these Iowa State players, just go up there and take a foul. Shayok can't move out there.
No, he's trying to work it out at the near side here, and now trying to fight through a screen. Three in the corner is short from Kipper Nichols. Kind of surprising. Frazier gave the
Look
ball
at this.
up.
Shayok's fine now. This is incredible. Went from his deathbed to running up the court full speed and setting up his teammate.
Well, he's still kind of reaching for it. Frazier, no good, and a foul on the rebound.
2 fouls
against
now
Georgie.
on Georgie. Yikes. Poor Illinois. Drives down the lane, and just at that extension right now, he comes up holding his leg and his upper groin there.
Shayok's going to stay in the game, but he doesn't.
Okay.
I mean,
I can't figure this out.
That's 2.
Now with Adonis De La Rosa from the Bronx, Kent State. Great
He got the
hand
back
by
tap.
Adonis.
And the steal for a moment. Taken right back by Jacobson. Shayok on the gas pedal block. De La Rosa, but a foul called on the body.
Wow. Here with Mariel Shayok is Jim Brown, who would be on the ground after they tackled him, which was never an easy thing. And then Jim would get up and act like he would never take another step. He'd go back to the huddle, and by the time the next play was underway, he was off for another touchdown.
A trainer's nightmare. Shayok, his whole family played college basketball. Dad played at Dayton. Brother and sister, Division I hoops as well. And 10-second call.
Violation. Now Brad Underwood cannot believe that.
The folks from Ames are thrilled. They've been loud here the last couple days. Lot just jam-packed. All 6 games.
But the fans who, from the teams who, oh, beautiful pass.
Shayok to the cutting Weiler-Babb. He couldn't finish.
Nice pass by Jacobson.
He's wide open, and he missed. Weiler-Babb. Jacobson got a hand in there for the rebound. The Nebraska transfer gets tied up.
There's
Illinois
a jump ball. That's what we love.
Iowa State leading. Steve Prohm is mic'd up for this game.
When we run elbow, Mike, you got all that action going. You can look to drive your guy at times. All right, but when we go here, all right, bump it, pop, dribble hand up, wrap it, screen that guy, and pop quick.
As they try to create offense here, the players would be well advised to listen to the coach and then try to go out there and execute those plays. Unfortunately, in the early going here, it's been a ragged offensive start. Only 1 assist on poor shooting and 6 turnovers early on. Spacing, position, time, creativity, and then finish the opportunity. Full court pressure here by the Cyclones.
Oh, Shayok just got clipped on a screen from Kipper Nichols.
I'm just amazed that Shayok is still alive.
Came up lame on that steal earlier. Looks like he was in pretty severe pain. Frazier ducks in. Finds the open man. Dosunmu for 3.
Eye on, play on, shoot on, rain on.
Shayok called for the offensive foul. That looked like it might have been an Emmy Award-winning performance.
So the Fighting Illini are coming out with a lot of physical attempts to try to keep their Cyclone opponents away from the basket area, but ultimately they're just falling by the wayside.
Dosumu on the back door. And he gets it right back against Weiler-Babb.
So without Georgie B in there, now it's going to be time for DeMonte Williams and Alan Griffin to really shine and take advantage of this playing opportunity.
Whoa. Dosumu's been much more aggressive already than he was last night in the whole game. Frazier from forever away, and the rebound, Jacobson.
Just missed.
Shayok one-on-one, and it's going to get called against Frazier.
For crimes against human decency there, of just trying to fool the ref.
Free throw is
I
good
don't
for
like it
Shayok.
when people run underneath the guy who's attacking the basket.
Whatever
Please.
happened to the punishment fits the crime? Oh, you think that I don't have the symmetry here?
Crimes against humanity and human decency need to be dealt with severely.
He's Bill Walton. I'm Jason Benetti. Our entire crew here from the Maui Gym, Maui Invitational, and tremendous tournament so far. Dosumu left it short.
The game needs to find a rhythm and a pace that we haven't. Oh, my goodness.
That's not going to do that for rhythm and pace. They're going to give him a tie-up. Iowa State basketball.
There's been a whistle on every play. This is a game.
This is game 2 today. Duke and Auburn coming up tonight, 8 Eastern. 2 top 8 teams getting together. Look at Dosumu, though, today. He has been so much more energetic already than last night.
It's called experience.
Batted right back to Horton-Tucker, and a foul called.
So, Horton-Tucker's from Chicago. Dick Butkus is from University of Illinois. Did you ever compete against Dick Butkus?
In what?
Maybe the Wheel of Fortune.
I have not. But what a fun day that would have been.
I did. And I won.
On Wheel of Fortune against Dick Butkus?
One of my greatest accomplishments.
What was the winning? A loop.
Okay.
Horton-Tucker, the free throw. Who are you going to say? The famous Fighting Illini player.
Well, Eddie Johnson, Derek Harper, Jerry Colangelo, Red Kerr, Darren Williams, Kendall Gill, Nick Anderson, Kenny the Snake Norman. Then go way back to Andy Phillip, a lone Hall of Fame player. Class of '61.
5 to shoot for this incarnation of Illini. Feliz and a pinball. Shot clock violation.
Horton-Tucker, he has come to play today. When you're 66, there's no difference between 17 and 18.
Everybody's young, huh?
Beautiful passing.
Jacobson pivoting.
When Jacobson gets that ball, he has to keep moving to the hoop. Don't come to a stop for the next game.
That's right. 10 to shoot for Iowa State. Horton-Tucker over Frazier. Oh boy.
Watch your face.
Wow. Jordan for 3. Aaron Jordan makes it a 1-point game. Senior out of Plainfield East High School, the leading scorer all time in that school's history when he left. That was a flat 3-point shot from Zion Griffin. Feliz on the move, and a foul called. He'll get 2 shots. Ed Corbett with the whistle. Well, I don't know about Rodman. He kind of had a niche.
But Dennis chose that niche. And he was a very smart player. He's an incredibly gifted athlete. Oh, beautiful pass. Halliburton continues to shine throughout the Maui Gym.
Weiler-Babb hanging. No iron, and the shot clock goes off yet again in this grinder of a game early on.
As I was paddling around in the water, there was this beautiful mermaid who showed up right alongside of me.
What was her name by chance?
Lori.
5 to shoot.
Oh, just glorious.
Just got
Great
it off.
defense.
And a follow for Alan Griffin.
Yeah, but when when the Cyclones make that defensive rotation, please. George Condon is a very good player. And he goes to make the block, but none of the guards come in and block out his man.
Jay off the miss. De La Rosa had his paws on it, and he comes up with it. You take the Mermaid for dinner or what?
And a lot more.
Sorry I asked. De La Rosa is fouled.
Willingness to have honor and sacrifice and discipline, and it's not going to work if those little guards don't come in and do their job.
Iowa State had a big lead against Arizona yesterday.
And played perfect basketball for 32 minutes.
Yes, they did. Foul on Illinois. It's going to be a different Iowa State team. When you watch conference play in the Big 12, it's going to be a much different team. Solomon Young injured. Lindell Wigginton injured. Talley and Lard suspended. And so, by next month, you'd imagine Iowa State will be at full capacity.
And the Big 12 will always be excellent basketball. Texas is coming alive there. Kansas always at the top.
There you see 2 injuries, 2 suspensions.
And
you total up those points. It's like 44 points a game that they're missing.
but the way that Iowa State is playing right now, this was not the way they looked last night.
No.
Last night they were a vastly superior team to the Arizona Wildcats. Traveling violation, they send it the other way.
Well, maybe in the
He was the coach for 37 years. 37 years, he won 6 NCAA titles.
A dynasty.
And 38 individual titles. And that standard of excellence.
Again, Bill.
What is the record for the most number of times they carry you off the court and then you come back and become the hero of the game? What was the Houston Oiler quarterback who they carried off 3 different times on a stretcher and kept coming back and ultimately won the game in the days of the AFL?
I don't recall. Jacobson for 2.
It might have been Darryl LaMonica. It was a while ago.
There's a drive. Dosumu left it on the rim. It trickled off. Weiler back. And a touch foul called against Kipper Nichols.
You ever been to Iowa?
Still the same answer as yesterday.
That was yesterday?
Yes, it certainly doesn't feel like it.
Have you ever been to Eichelberger Farms?
I have not.
In Wayland, Iowa.
Have you?
Close by.
Okay. What should I know about there?
That they have 50,000 female hogs on their farms, and they sell 1 million hogs a year to feed America and the world.
Feed Jordan. He's got 6 in the first half.
So keep feeding that guy. But Eichelberger Farms is one of the great success stories ever. I'm super lucky. I know the Roth family.
Which
Ted
Roth
from Wayland and Mount Pleasant.
Shayok looks healthy there for 2. He's got 8 of the 15 for Iowa State. A guy that they like for the leadership. Transfer from Virginia. He was texting Steve Prohm updates on practice when it was players only. As Shayok goes right into Ed Corbett. Happy retirement, Ed. You get a present. It's Mariel Shayok.
Bert's got a terrific program. Jared Haas, what a coach. What a future.
Good player in Kansas.
Excuse me?
Very good player in Kansas.
Yeah.
Jared Haas.
Teammate of Paul Pierce, who was carried off in the championship game and came back and led the team to win.
2 fouls for Frazier. He's off the court.
There's been too many fouls in this game already.
You think so? You want to take it up with Ed Corbett? He's right in front of you. Buchanan-Billy with 2. Frazier with 2.
Is Ed just going to stay here in Maui?
He may. Off to the sunset.
You see last night's sunset. Oh, my gosh.
We actually showed it on our airwaves, so I did see it. I was sitting here with you. It's a little bluer. Never mind.
Color, clarity, detail. The view is better.
5 to shoot. Felice on the move, draws contact. Everything's a downgrade.
And that's the only reason why I haven't ridden Ragbra across Iowa.
Across Iowa, which I learned along with everybody yesterday. Thank you for that.
Okay, so Day Felice on the defensive pressure here.
Whoa. Inside, Lewis for 2 and a foul. And an Iowa State lead. Ride the wave along with us.
Iowa State's ahead in this game.
They are. With this.
Beautiful back cut. Finish at the hoop. There is no stopping this Cyclone. Swirl on. From a long way away.
Well, I'm sure you ride thousands of miles every year, right? Free throw good for Lewis?
No, when I rode my bike there, it was the end of a 1,000-mile ride. It was the last day of a 1,000-mile ride. I got there and I came through the tunnel, and there it all was, the Virgin River. And I looked up on the rock, and there was a silhouette etched in the stone.
And you were in your happy place.
Of Zion Williamson.
That, I didn't think that was going there.
Beautiful play, Adonis. Just doesn't have the leg. You have to be healthy to play basketball. If you can't run, you can't jump, you can't move, you're not going to be able to play. And this guy's dealing with a very serious leg operation. He's put his career in jeopardy. But being the last year of his college career eligibility, he's given it a go.
Well, you played through a lot of injuries in your time.
I'm the most injured player ever.
Weiler Babb, the kick to the corner. Horton-Tucker, and Shayok the rebound.
Horton-Tucker, one of my favorites in all of college basketball. He's got to work a little harder for better shots right now. He's settling for what the defense has given him, and the jumper's not going for him. So just you've got to get in closer, and you've got to get better shot opportunities.
Here comes Felice in Illinois, down 2 in game 2 of our day. De La Rosa ties the game.
Wow. Right spot, right time. I would have loved to have seen Adonis play before he got hurt.
Kent State.
The Bronx. Did you ever read Bonfire of the Vanities?
I have.
All right, 2. Here we go.
Got a book club. Because you typically don't do it while you're doing a game.
Well, but now I have ESPN Plus. I grew up without a television in our house. Couldn't afford one in the early days, and then my mom, the town's librarian, said there's nothing worthwhile watching, so we're not going to get one.
How do you feel about that now?
That was before ESPN.
Jordan, shot fake.
Oh, beautiful touch.
Third 3.5 for Jordan.
So we're still waiting for Kipper Nichols to come alive. We're still waiting for DeMonte Williams. We're still waiting for Alan Griffin.
Weiler Babb snuck in for 2. He got kicked in the foul. Can create a 3-point play.
But fortunately, Aaron Jordan has been here today, the senior, for Brad Underwood. And when you have a touch like this, when 2 guys are running at you, and hit the front of the rim and it still rolls in. Right back at it, though, the Cyclones.
You know what a cyclone over water is called?
A cyclone.
It's a water spout.
Okay. And?
I just figured with your knowledge of nature, we would build on that together as a group.
But cyclones happen in the Indian Ocean. Hurricanes in the Atlantic, typhoons in the Pacific, and cyclones in the Indian Ocean.
What they call opening the door that I just did. Rebound tapped out of bounds. No, saved. Shayok tips the shoulder. It's an offensive foul against Mario Shayok, who's going to run to Oahu.
I love people that can walk on water. Mario Shayok, this guy's gone from the morgue to running on water in 20 minutes of action.
Third foul against Shayok. That's a massive foul with 5:03 to go.
And the Cyclone fans are irate, and the Illinois fans are just ecstatic.
And a technical foul on the Iowa State bench leads to this free throw for Dosunmu.
And the greatest comeback ever by the referees when they hear the complaints of the disappointed coach or player is you just turn to him and say, hey, they sure liked it on the other end. Now, Steve Prohm is one of the most under control human beings I've ever come across. I mean, he's like Jack Ramsey, always about what's next. I mean, just a brilliant young coach and teacher, leader, and role model, hero, all the great things the coach needs and wants to be.
Whoa. Oh, that could have been a foul easily on the 3 attempt by Griffin. Rebound for the Cyclones.
Looked to me like Griffin kicked his legs out to instigate the contact.
Jacobson. Offensive foul against Iowa State's transfer from Nebraska.
What has been the longest period of uninterrupted play in this game?
Not long.
Where there hasn't, get running, get moving. And good things will eventually happen.
Griffin. Sets that one. The freshman, who had 7 in the second half last night, gives Illinois a 4-point lead.
This is Adrian Griffin's son, correct?
Sure is.
Adrian Griffin, he was a huge star at Seton Hall, right?
Sure was.
And a long-time NBA player, correct?
Yes, he was. There's a three for Iowa State and Lewis.
Now we're playing some basketball here.
Some fluidity at the Lahaina Civic Center.
It's like they sprayed WD-40 on the game.
Get the creeks out.
That's what WD-40 does. It works when you drink it, too.
That is not true. 5 to shoot.
Or at least it's not advised.
Griffin rises.
Oh!
Off the window!
Now we've got a game. Maui Jim rises to the top. It's like the lava coming up out of the Hawaii hotspot. Creating new life, giving us a reason to believe in tomorrow. Griffin.
Take away Griffin. On the run out, he created himself, and he gets hit for 2 free throws.
That looked like a great block.
What a pair. Where'd you get the extra beads? I just got the lay here.
You need to get out more.
Well, that's
You've been watching television too much, sitting on the couch. Come on. Get up, get on, get out of the door. Let's go.
Telling me there's life outside my apartment? Very nice of you. Jacobson.
Beautiful play, Michael
2.
Jacobson. His footwork. You know, we saw a little bit of that from Ryan Luther last night for the Arizona Wildcats.
Yep, the Pitt transfer you'll see later on against Gonzaga.
And here's a Nebraska transfer.
And there's Jordan.
How come when the coaches transfer, they don't have to sit out a year? And they get more money when they transfer?
Am I doing this game with Jay Billis?
Just asking a question.
I mean, Jay's only a couple seats down.
Jake is here?
We could ask his thoughts about that. Horton-Tucker, the miss.
So
talk about leaning into the turn.
If this game gets really good, is Jake going to come over here and take it from us or what?
I don't think so, no. Little resemblance to Jay.
This guy here?
Yeah, thoughtful.
No. This guy's a lot better looking.
Can you do the other camera here? Can you show the other camera?
Well, which camera is this?
This one, right here.
How many cameras do we have up here, please?
We've got more than you can handle. That's become painfully obvious. 33-28 Illinois.
Thank you for the score. How about a time?
Jacobson with 1:58 to go.
Jacobson is everywhere. Turnaround jump hooks. Running drive with his left hand. You guys playing like Tim Duncan out there.
On the other end, Phil East in Illinois making 35-30.
Iowa State's going to need to go out and recruit Jeff Hornacek to come and save them now.
I believe he's run out of eligibility.
Why should that make any difference?
Weiler Babb is fouled. Ticking down to a minute to go in this first
Beautiful
half. What a
back
feed
cut.
to Griffin.
I love the lead pass, and I wish more players would cut hard without the ball.
Get paid off like that, they're going to do it more.
Well, if they would do it more, they would get paid off. Beautiful stroke.
Jacobson cans the three. Big half, 10 for Jacobson.
Penetration and dish. Excellent ball game after a very ragged start. Sort of like my start this morning.
Ragged?
Painful. It was like Ragged Point on the southern Big Sur coast.
Jordan floats it up and in for two.
Now this is basketball. Both teams playing well. Referees whistle in their pockets. Last shot time here for the Cyclones. But the Illinois crowd is doing everything they can to urge on their emerging power.
Jacobson, ball fake. 1 second. Weiler Babb got it off. And just missed.
What a game. What a tournament. What an island. Why can't every game be played right here? Maui Jim.
Phil, Seth, LaFonso, take it away in the studio.
Hello, LaFonso. 7th for 13 for the Fighting Illini here, but it was their opportunistic offensive attack that gave them this separation here. Michael Jacobson, perfect from the floor in the first half. Runners, jumpers, back to the basket, you name it, he did it. He made 7 of Iowa State's last 8 points, and we have got a game for the ages here after what can best be described as a slow start.
It was a little bit of a ragged beginning to that half, but then they traded some baskets, and off we were running in game number 2 of our second day. Illinois inside to Georgi Bishanishvili, his first bucket in foul trouble in the first half.
I love that play. The guy doesn't get to play at all because of a couple of really cheap fouls there, and he comes right out, and Trent Frazier gets him involved in the very first possession.
3 minutes, 22 seconds of that first half. He was on the floor. Illinois goes right to him. Back to Jacobson. Off the pivot.
Does he get any of that back? You know how, like, when you get to the airport and your bags aren't there?
Yeah.
And how you sort of feel like, oh my gosh, my life is ruined. But when they put you on the bench because of fouls like that in the 3 minutes, and your best front court player, and you still have the lead, that is not a good sign for the Cyclones.
But they have contact still. Weiler Babb, foul line for 2.
If history tells us anything, this game is coming down to the last 30 seconds.
Basically every game in this tournament has so far.
With the exception of Duke.
We'll see if Auburn can provide some resistance for number 1
I am
Duke.
looking forward to that game. Duke is great. Auburn has potential. Been drawn up by Da Vinci and Michelangelo.
8 Eastern on ESPN tonight. Auburn, Duke. They got the big guy Wiley down low. He's pretty effective.
That guy looks like Dwight Howard. You ever stood next to Dwight Howard?
I have not.
Oh my gosh.
Shayok fills it up and ties the game.
Shayok, a medical miracle in this game. Back from the dead. Like Maui Bill Haywood. Like me. And here he is, the fastest guy in the court right now.
Horton-Tucker back behind him, a little too much on it.
Poor spacing. And the timing, you have to be running at a different speed than the other guys. It doesn't matter whether you're faster or slower. Just be at a different speed than the other guy.
He had Shayok at the wing as well and didn't look that way. Instead went right behind him.
Whoa.
Oh, a club for Frazier.
Well, Dave Odom's son Ryan is the head coach at Maryland, Baltimore County. And they did the unthinkable, taking down a #1 seed, first time ever. It all rolls into one.
Jordan lifted out,
but that one won't roll in.
It's a great segue. All that training's done you proud.
It's called the synergy that LaFonso Ellis was talking about.
Iowa State can take the lead from the line here with 17:03 to go. Winner faces Sandy.
handsome, smart, intelligent, articulate. And then there's a petrified log here. You ever seen Ken Burns' National Park series?
You know what? I've seen half of it, and I didn't make it all the way through. Can we no longer be friends? 9 in a row for Iowa State.
Why would you turn that off? Where's the offense going to come from for the Fighting Illini? Where's Eddie
Io or Frazier?
Where's Eddie Johnson when you need him? Beautiful ball fake.
Bishanishvili too strong.
Make a layup, please. Come on, Georgie B.
Halliburton and Jacobson filling the lane, and Hill, after taking a spill, get 2 shots. Lewis in for Shayok, went down hard. Jacobson, who's really turned up his three-point shooting. He was 7 for 38 in his career at Nebraska. Michael Jacobson. He's already hit 1 today and 4 in his Iowa State career.
But the job that Steve Prohm has done, the ability to go into Chicago and come out with Horton-Tucker, Condit, Zion Griffith, Io. Well, Io went to Illinois, excuse me.
A lot of Chicago kids in this game, though. Horton-Tucker and Dosunmu played together AAU for a while as Frazier finally cracks the score column. First bucket for Frazier.
No defensive rotation that time by the Cyclones.
Bishanishvili not deterred by the 3 fouls.
We've seen some of the teams being very good at wasting a bunch of time out here.
Well, that's true, but we're always having fun, no matter if they're wasting time.
Basketball is the celebration of life.
Weiler-Babb into De La Rosa.
Frazier's got to get going offensively here. What did he have, 27 in the second half last night?
27 in the second half. He gets fouled there. We have a guest coming up. When we come back, Jay Billis, your old pal, Jake.
Besides the flowers.
I'm glad to be here, too.
What's your name again?
Jake Bilas.
Jake Bilas. And what are you doing here?
I came to see if you had enough plant-based things to...
No, we need more. We always need more plants.
How's your back, by the way, after that?
After the massage?
Yeah.
Well, at first I wasn't sure that that Bill had jumped into the massage business, because I don't think I would have signed up for the massage had I known it was going to be some sort of an assault. But it did feel good. Just doesn't feel good. Yeah, it doesn't feel good now seeing the video, but at the time it was very enjoyable.
So what's it like having time off between the games?
It's fantastic. And watching this game is I mean, these teams are playing so hard.
Whoa. But never mistake activity for achievement.
No, I would never do that after John Wooden said it the first time, and you've repeated it 75 million times since.
Did you play college basketball?
No, I didn't. I played for Coach K at Duke back in the 80s. It wasn't referred to as college basketball back then.
It was already professional.
Yeah, he coached, when he watched me play, he coached with his eyes closed.
You played. What?
I'm going to go back to the hotel. Horton-Tucker puts it up on the rim and gets the roll.
What are some of the things that make Coach K so special?
Well, he's got an amazing feel for the game and a great feel for people. Boy, when you come over and help on the ball screen, you got to stop the ball and help the initial defender get back in front. Otherwise, you cannot leave.
What's a ball screen?
Did you ever have to guard a ball screen in college? I didn't. I don't remember ball screen coverages in college. There weren't those in the 80s. No. Everybody ran motion, and you guys obviously ran the UCLA high post offense. But did you ever have to guard a ball screen in college?
No.
Dosunmu misses the 3.
If you needed a screen, you couldn't get into the game.
Can you explain that for the newbies here?
He's trying to say, if you weren't good enough to do it by yourself, you couldn't get in the game.
Williams, a long step and an offensive foul.
But I think for Duke, they've got to keep, you know, with Jared Harper, you have to make him finish. When he drives, make him finish. Don't let him pass or play make. And they've got to stay with Bryce Brown and do not leave him.
How does Duke consistently come up with that expert production and memorized exhibition of brilliance when they're so young and they're just getting started in their careers?
That's a good question, Bill. I mean, this is a different group. I mean, they're great freshmen, and Coach K's had great freshmen before, but this group has something special. They have that it factor, not only individually, but more importantly together. I mean, they get along great together, but they share the ball. They don't seem to care who scores. And
Horton-Tucker for three. Timeout coming.
boy, what a turnaround by Iowa State. That's a tough group. Wait till
Playing shorthanded themselves.
I was just about to say, wait till they get all their players back. Lindell Wigington, and I mean, they're going to be really good.
But one of the things about Duke, they don't appear to be physically overpowered.
Zion Williamson does.
He's 6'6", 6'7".
You know, we're going to go to break real quick.
Where's that?
Moments ago, Jay Billis did what I feared he might. He left me.
Who was he again?
Jake Bilas.
What was he doing here? And where's he going?
He's a Tommy Bahama rep.
Really?
Yeah,
So if I go talk to him, I can get more Tommy Bahamas?
you can.
What a turnaround here. The guy leaves and Iowa State completely takes over this game. 18-2 run. They were getting pummeled in the first half. It might have something to do with the fact. I'm not sure what it has to do with.
You're not?
No.
It's an 18-4 run, that's for sure.
But Illinois is 2 for 11 here in the second half.
3 for Griffin, no sir. Rebound, foul going to go against.
But
Oh no, they're going to give Iowa State the ball just out of bounds.
so I can't understand it. What was that
He
guy's
goes out
name
at
again?
17-30. Which one?
The guy who was here for a while.
Dave Pash? Jay Billis?
Okay. Trying to figure it out.
Were you always this bad with names? That's a yes. Halliburton had it snaked away. Extra pass. Frazier didn't want to shoot.
Illinois left their game in the locker room.
How do you get it back offensively?
Move without the ball. Get your star player, Trent Frazier, to do something other than just stand out there and dribble between his legs.
Frazier had it tipped away, got it back with one. That didn't hit the rim, and it's a shot clock violation, unless it did graze the rim.
It did hit the rim. The question is, was it out of his hand before the shot clock went on? We're going to have to sync up the horn in the video.
Frazier catch and shoot. No. Second chance for Frazier.
And now we got Frazier and Felice in there at the same time, but the offense is still sputtering.
One more pass, nicely done.
Beautiful.
Frazier cans a three.
That's how you get out of the funk. Here we go. Now can the Cyclone attack, maintain its efficiency without any of its regular players?
Keok out with 4. The freshman, Horton-Tucker, and we've got a whistle on the rebound.
GG, Big G can't believe it.
His 4th. He lobbied to stay in the game, and he's on his way out. 5-point deficit becomes a 6-point lead for Iowa State here in the second half. And so, the Cyclones have done it in a number of ways. Shayok out with foul trouble, but before that, he bagged himself a jumper. Off the drive, we've seen Horton-Tucker and Jacobson, the former recruit to play Iowa State football in high school, Jacobson. And the jumpers have been flowing for the Cyclones.
And referee Ed just came over explaining that this is the new implementation of the hook and hold call, which I disagree with, but they are instructed to make that call, the referees are, and if they don't make the call, they're not going to get to call the games. And so with the hook and hold here, they're calling this foul on Georgie B, excuse me.
It's a flagrant one.
Flagrant one. It's not a flagrant foul, but there's a new rule interpretation. 2 free throws and the ball.
The idea is they want it out of the game.
That'll get it out of the game quickly, or it'll at least get the fans out of the game.
I think the move will leave before the fans do. Jacobson 2 for 2. Deshaunishvili with his 4th personal foul, just 2 points after a 3-minute first half.
That's what I was looking forward to most coming here today, was to watching the star players sit on the bench and everybody else shoot free throws.
Foul called on Kipper Nichols. That's his 4th. Jacobson, free throw good. Mentioned yet out of high school, Milwaukee, Iowa.
Jacobson on the day, 6 for 7. Field goals, 5 for 7. Free throws, 18 points. A huge performance.
After 16 and 7 last night.
And has given his team a 10-point lead.
Felice, lazy pass.
Whoa.
Halliburton had it smacked out of bounds. Iowa State will keep.
Of halftime. It's just been spectacular. If they can just maintain here.
There's been comebacks galore in this tournament so far. No lead has been safe other than Duke's yesterday against San Diego State. Horton-Tucker nearly traveled, and Lewis lost it out of bounds.
Can't hold on to anything.
Or it's that early in the season that you don't have stable teams.
Hey, the ball's rolling here. Why didn't he pick it up and go?
It's a clock issue.
There's 11 minutes to go.
We want to extract as much marrow from the Maui Invitational as we can.
Wow.
I thought you'd be in favor of that.
I agree with.
Io for 2, his first bucket in the second half.
Io, the future of the program here. And a player who will draw other recruits to come and play with him.
Out of Morgan Park in Chicago. Drop off to the corner. Frazier, no, it's not been the same second half as last night for Frazier. Illinois.
I asked you where Morgan Park is in relationship to Soldier Field.
Shayok is back in.
Okay.
After 7 minutes on the bench. I've never been to Morgan Park.
Sounds nice.
3 for Frazier. No. Foul on the rebound. Whistles galore.
Wow. So does Duke just tell Dave Odom when they want to play? We want to wake up and have breakfast and then come to the game.
Had they lost, they would have been in a different time slot.
Okay.
They did not. There's Dave Odom. Former Wake Forest coach, among other locales. South Carolina. That game will be 8 Eastern. Duke and Auburn on ESPN. Jay and Dan will have it for you.
Whoa, that's an offensive foul.
Sure is. It's on Jordan.
Great defensive position. Timeout on the court here at the Maui Gym. We've got
to him. Sports Center after college basketball on ESPN.
How awesome is Drew Brees on and off the court? Being from San Diego, I remember when they said this guy couldn't get the job done. And he's only gone on to rewrite all the record books.
Oh, Shayok had it stuffed right back in his face. Nice defense from Io and Illinois. Frazier blocked and a goaltend call.
End-to-end action, but still the whistles have to be blown.
There's a Morgan Park alum, Io with the defense. 111th Street.
111th Street.
Yeah.
And what?
I don't know. I know it was south.
And another street.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to go? I can get you a tour.
South 111th Street?
It's south of the city. Yeah.
And east of here. Shayok back in the lineup now.
4 fouls for Shayok.
Beautiful pass. He was passing that to the other guy in the corner.
And Lewis said thanks.
We've seen a lot of Globetrotter plays here. And with University of Illinois involved here, you know, Abe Saperstein, Manny Jackson. All the synergies coming into play.
Crowd wanted to travel, and it wouldn't go for Griffin. At least half the crowd did. The folks wearing Iowa State red and gold. Horton-Tucker spun it on that rim and got it to drop.
Just like you draw it up. Horton-Tucker has been as good as anyone in this tournament who doesn't play for Duke.
Knocked away. Horton-Tucker. Down the lane, over the shoulder. Oh, my.
Speaking of Manny Jackson and Abe Saperstein, Brad Underwood has seen enough.
I know you don't like whistling, but Sweet Georgia Brown would be kind of nice right now.
I love the Globies. I grew up with the Globetrotters. Showtime here in Maui. First, it's the wild runner that looks like that was his plan all along, and then coast to coast, down the lane, go away from the defender and drop it back over the shoulder. Perfect, like Maui.
Talen Horton-Tucker has been awesome today for Iowa State. 14 points, 10 rebounds, and here's the best of his coach wearing a mic for us today.
You got to slow down, all right? You got to move the ball, shot fake, open up gaps. You got to shoot open threes with confidence. If not, drive it. Guys, hey, here's the deal. You've given up 4 points this half, okay? Guys, defend and rebound, all right? Let's go. Here we go. Defense, 1, 2, 3.
Defend and rebound.
If you don't know Steve Prohm today, you will by tomorrow, because this guy has got an incredible future. In his 4th year in Ames, grew up in Northern Virginia, a huge fan of the Washington Redskins, big football guy, but the Hogs are his guys. And so when he came to Iowa with the Ecclesburger Hog Farm, everything fell into place for him. And Horton-Tucker right now able to deliver on command.
He's been awesome.
In the second
first half. Yeah, loud second half.
Great cut by Georgie B that freed up.
The open look for Nichols. His first bucket.
So it's just been a nightmare for Brad Underwood fighting the line in the second half here. They're shooting under 25%. 1 for 11 on 3-pointers. Oh my gosh, 4 turnovers. And this is all just in the second half alone. And this is a team that led at halftime by at least 5 points.
Weiler Babb sticks a 3. Iowa State can't miss.
When was the last time you said that?
Early yesterday.
Okay. Was that yesterday? Are you sure?
Yesterday is yesterday. Yes. Georgie B.
It's the fake pass. One of the great ways to initiate offense. I had some teammates that were exquisite at that point.
Tremendous fake passers.
The fake pass. And if you faked it to the right person, it was a much greater chance of success. Beautiful passing, Shayok.
Weiler Babb to Shayok for 2 more. The lead is 19, the largest for Iowa State.
One of the amazing things about Iowa State, you would not think that that's typically a basketball destination, but for an Iowa State player to win the Karl Malone award as the greatest power forward in the land. George Niang a couple years ago. I mean, that is a spectacular achievement.
And Weiler Babb, great feed there.
George is with the Utah Jazz now, right?
Last check. So the thing about Iowa State is you might think that until you go to Hilton Coliseum.
Okay,
Then
I've never been there.
you experience a game at Hilton Coliseum, and suddenly you understand why guys want to play there.
Okay.
Because it is a thunderous place to watch college basketball.
So my name is Bill.
Hi, Bill.
From San Diego.
Yeah.
If I went there, what, in December or January, would I say, man, I can't wait to move here?
I'm not talking about the climate. I'm talking about the atmosphere in the arena.
Okay.
Which is a remarkable thing. It does snow there, so you might want to pack long pants. Do you have those?
Well, thanks to Eric Lottenbach, I do have long pants.
Without Eric, you would not have long pants. Is that what I'm gathering?
Correct.
Horton-Tucker, a mesmerizing dribble and all cord for his 20th point.
Beautiful offense, and I love the pace.
What do you love about it?
Because he doesn't play at the same speed all the time. The ultimate skill in basketball life is change of pace, change of direction. Jim is going to go up on the wall pretty soon. He's one of the great players ever. And have we figured out the guy's name at Houston yet, who he reminds me of? I think he's number 4 for the Houston Rockets. Guy that plays really well for 3 quarters.
We'll work on who you're thinking of later. Always a fun game. Frazier for 3. Illinois with 5 and change to go down 17.
So what was the lead that Iowa State had last night?
It was 10 with 11 minutes to go.
Okay.
Horton-Tucker, he's unstoppable right now.
And they gave that game away. Can Illinois take advantage of this opportunity here?
Down 19. Another 3 for Frazier. He's starting to heat up.
And here they come.
How slow do you go if you're Iowa State?
You don't slow down at all. You keep going. You go into the prevent defense, which only prevents you from winning.
You've been watching some football.
No. Although I did see Drew Brees the other night. Staggering performance.
Goff versus Mahomes last night. Weiler Babb put on the line. Offensive rebound, Shayok, and he spins it back out. Smart play.
How can you expect to win if you can't get a defensive rebound? And the Cyclone fans, they just rise as one. They can feel it. They've been going back and forth there in the dead ball situations here, yelling at each other across the arena. Timeout here on the court.
Oh, foul called.
Foul called.
Little hook for the foul. Horton-Tucker has been outstanding. 22 points.
There's nothing this guy cannot do. 17 years old and just letting it fly. Step back threes, passes, rebounds, coast-to-coast drives. I love Horton-Tucker.
It's never lost here.
Physically gifted, I said.
Right.
Physically gifted is different than winning basketball games. If it was just size and strength.
Horton-Tucker looks like he's the only guy moving on that side of the court.
Lakers are starting to get it back. Boston, Danny Ainge, they've got it. Knicks haven't been able to get it back in a long, long time.
Play of the game, it's driven by Continental Tire, and it's Horton-Tucker with a dime.
Oh, really?
It is.
Don't go out on a limb. Give him a pair of gator skins. Half of the teams here at the Maui Gym were after Horton-Tucker. I mean, this guy, a championship player from the city of Chicago. 26 points. How many rebounds? 12 rebounds.
There they are. Horton-Tucker.
He was offered scholarships to Xavier and Illinois. Turned them down, ended up in Ames, Iowa.
And what a rough go of it he's had. At age 13, he lost his grandmother. His father died a year later. Then one of his close friends 2 months after that, and a cousin 4 months after that. All in one span from age 13 to 15 for Talen Horton-Tucker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
A long road.
Was that like your childhood?
Was not.
Mine either.
You watch the games, you have no idea what these guys went through.
I had the greatest childhood ever.
You did.
You're not kidding.
Weiler Babb couldn't get one more. Offensive rebound.
Horton-Tucker.
Jacobson the stop.
This game puts Horton-Tucker on the all-tournament team.
Tyler Underwood to miss, and Iowa State will move on to tomorrow's 5th place game. Illinois will battle Xavier.
And there has yet to be an upset in this tournament. Every favorite team has won. Every higher seed has won. What will happen next? Stay tuned. Miss this at your own peril. You've been suitably warned.